Okay, so if you're watching this video, you're probably stuck finding the volume of one of the figures. So first thing, just make sure I gave you the diameter of the donut hole. So this is a sphere, not a cylinder. So we're using that formula. All right, where in this case the radius is half of that. So the radius would be 2.5 centimeters, and that's what you would carefully plug into your calculator. So that's the first little thing to take into account. Now, the next thing, if we're looking for the volume of this donut, and I know I told you in the directions that we're going to pretend this is a sphere, even though we know it's not really perfectly a sphere. So we know, I'm sorry, a cylinder, excuse me. We know this is a cylinder, even though it's not really a perfect cylinder. So our volume formula for cylinders, volume equals pi r squared h. So, the area of the base, which is a circle in this case, that's where the capital V is, area of the base times the height. Now, the only difference is there's this center missing. All right, we're thinking we're just kind of like punching a center cylinder out of our total cylinder. All right, so it's not enough to just find the volume of the whole donut. We can't just find the volume of this donut and be done with it based on the 5 centimeters here. We have to do a little more work. So what we actually have to do, we can't just subtract. So that seems kind of tempting just to do 5 minus 2 is 3. So we know this distance here is 3 centimeters. But that's not the radius because it's not going to the center of my circle. All right, so hopefully that makes sense. I'll say it one more time. This distance here, if we did 5 minus 2, that is 3 centimeters. But in the formula, we need the radius. And that 3 is not the radius in this case. So what are we going to do? I'm going to visualize it like this. So how would I find the area of the green region, the shaded green region in the circle shown? So I have a big circle, and I have a smaller circle on the inside. The big circle has a radius of 6. The small circle has a radius of 2. And I want to find the area of the green region. So same thing like I just mentioned. I can't just do 6 minus 2. I can't just do the subtraction postulate. That would make this part 4 centimeters. But again, I can't just plug 4 into my formula because area of a circle is pi r squared. That 4 is not the radius, so it's not just that easy. So what I would think about is punching out the center of this circle. So what I can do is I can find the area of the entire circle here. I can find this outer area. And then I can punch out, I can just subtract out the area of the inner region. And what I'm left with is this nice green area. So what we have to do here is we have to find the area of the big circle. And we have to subtract the area of the smaller inner circle. And then what we have left is just the region that we're looking for. So what would this look like algebraically? I'll just do this math for you really quickly. So the big circle, we know area is pi r squared. So we have pi times 6 squared. Now I'll show you a little algebraic help we can do here to make this math a little easier. Minus the area of the smaller circle, which has a radius of 2. So we have pi times 6 squared minus pi times 2 squared. I'm not going to worry about that pi yet. 6 squared is 36, so I have 36 pi. 2 squared is 4 minus 4 pi. So at this point, I could go to my calculator. I could get a decimal value for 36 pi. I could get a decimal value for 4 pi, and I could have these long decimals here. Or what I can do is just combine like terms. These pi's you can kind of think about like x's or y's. So 36 pi minus 4 pi is 32 pi. Units squared. Oh, I guess I gave you the unit, so it's centimeters squared. 32 pi centimeters squared. And if I did want to come to an exact value here, I could just go to my calculator, type in 32 times pi, and that comes out to be about 100.53 centimeters squared. I wrote cube back there, didn't I? This is area. I got volume on the brain. This is area, so we're thinking square units. Okay? So a little way to make your work a little nicer. Instead of doing decimals all the way through, we can save it to the end. Use this strategy to find the volume of our donut. And then at the end of this whole activity, I want you to decide for me which is a better buy, which I'm getting more donut for my dollar. All right, so that's all. Let me know if you guys have questions. Hope you guys are doing well, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.